Hello student, in previous lecture we saw some important points. Now we will see next point, page number 153, in another part of the wood. Puck wins praise by Oberon for his appear of Titania bottom, but as Oberon realizes Puck's mistake of using the love potion for Lysander instead of Demetrius, he himself squeezes it on the eyelids of Demetrius and sends Puck to fetch Helena, which leads the fierce quarrels between Hermia and Helena, as also between Lysander and Demetrius for Helena. Oberon then gets the muddle sorted out by setting the wrong rites in case of all Athenians by removing the spell of potion from Lysander, restoring his love for Hermia. Oberon also feels the need to release Titania from the spell as he feels sorry for her and his purpose of obtaining the Indian boy is also served. He ordered Puck to restore bottoms here. Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus enter and see the poor Athenian. It is the day of declaration of Hermia about her decisions, but the Duke relent to see the love between Demetrius and Helena and happily allow Hermia marry Lysander. In the final scene, the joyous lovers appears on the scene and Theseus decides it is time to plan the festivus and chooses to see hilarious play Pyramus and Thisbe perform. At the end, Oberon and Titania with their fairies and elves comes to sing, dance and play the marriage. Thus the play, A Midsummer Night's Dreams, ends on the happy notes. In this paragraph, when King Oberon came to know about Puck's mistake, to himself went to apply magic potion on Demetrius' eyes and told Puck to bring Helena to Demetrius. Now Demetrius, after waking up, find Helena in front of him and starts liking her. And now both are the two persons, Lysander and Demetrius, falls in love with Helena. Hermia sees his get and get confused as to how this can happen. She is confused, and so this is humorous story and totally confused. Some mechanicals, Nick, Bottom, Peter Queen's, Francis, flute were practicing for King Theseus and Hippolyta's wedding. Puck, mischievous fairy comes in between when rehearsal were going on. He put a donkey head on Nick Bottom's head. Nick Bottom's singing practice and wake Titania sleeps and he wake up. She finds Nick Bottom in front of her. She falls in love with him as King Oberon had applied magic potion on her eyes. Next, when King Oberon arrived, she got embarrassed. King Oberon took advantage of this condition and asked for possession of Indian magical boy, and she was ready to give him. King Oberon tells Puck to correct his mistake by applying restorative juice on Lysander's eyes. Puck does not that, and now Lysander is back with Hermia. Demetrius was in love with Helena already after spell of magic potion. King Oberon also applies restorative juice on Queen Titania's eyes. King Oberon asked Puck to make a Nick Bottom normal by removing his donkey head. Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus enter see the four Athenians. This is the day of This is the day of declaration of Hermia about her decision. But the Duke relent to see the love between Demetrius and Helena and happily allows Hermia's marry Lysander. Finally, Theseus decides it is a time to plan the festivities and choose two hilarious play. Pyramus and Thisbe perform. At the end, King Oberon and Titania and their fairies and elves comes to sing, dance and bless the marriage. The play, A Midsummer Night Dreams, ends on happy notes. Next paragraph. We will see synopsis of the extract. Act 3rd, Scene 2nd. Another part of the wood, Oberon enters, wondering what Titania saw. First, when she wakes, Puck comes to report what has happened and is praised by Oberon for his part in the affair of Titania and Bottom. But when Demetrius and Hermia appears and quarrel, Oberon realizes that Puck has anointed the wrong Athenian. Demetrius lies down to sleep and Hermia goes away. So Oberon sent Puck to find Helena and bring her, while he himself reawaits the eyes of Demetrius so that he will fall in love with the right girl. But when Helena arrives, she is accompanied by Lysander, still protesting his love, and she is yet more provoked when Demetrius awake and declare he adores her. The cross purposes are worsened when Hermia comes on the scene. Lysander and Demetrius both loving Helena, so she now believing neither. Lysander rudely shaking off his betrothed betrothed Hermia. Helena and Hermia quarreling fiercely, the two young men go off to fight for Helena. The two young women continue their quarrel until Helena, saying, "My legs are longer, run away." Oberon sent Puck to clear up the muddle, and when all four of the bewildered mortals are again near one another and all asleep, he squeezes juice on Lysander's eyes, saying, "When thou walkst, or thou talkst, or true delights, or in the sight, or of thy former lady's eyes." Now we will see next point tomorrow.